Hey, I'm coming to you from a rather cold London. That's why I got my hat on in this room. I'm in another my church building, and this is actually the room that I did my very first live in. So it's kind of a comeback circle. Um, the truth is, I don't get angry very easily or very often. And I usually only get angry about injustice or if there's some kind of backstabbing or negative things between people, what they're doing, and I don't think it's right. And the last time I got angry, I think, was in 2020, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. But if you don't know me, I'm Felicia, and I'm a Facebook Live strategist, and I help female coaches to master Facebook Lives so they can turn their viewers into paying clients very quickly, and they can grow and profit from their group. So do say hi if you're on live. It'd be great to say hi to you. And do put #replay if you're on the replay. And do put some heart and some love and some likes on the post. Hey, Elizabeth. This will have some likes on the post. Sorry, I got distracted then. So the algorithm can kick in, and those who are watching us can also join and get some of this good stuff. If you've got any questions, do put them in the comments below. So yeah, talking about being angry. So last Friday, somebody did something to undermine me in one of my teams that I work with. And I got really angry about it. And I was so angry, I phoned them up and I said, hey, that's not cool. And they try to justify themselves and even to gaslight me and try and let me think that it was something I had done that made them do that wrong thing. And I was livid. I got to admit, though, I don't get angry often, as I said, but when I get angry or something negative happens, I have a 24-hour rule. And a 24-hour rule says that if I'm angry, upset, or bitter about something, I have 24 hours to get into a fuss and a tantrum or whatever. And then after 24 hours, I suck it up and I move forward and I live my life. So that happened on Friday morning. So all the way through Friday night into Saturday afternoon even, I was still upset. But then Saturday evening, I took myself into my prayer corner and I thought, WWJD, what would Jesus do in this situation? And I had to remember my Christian values, and the Bible tells me to forgive even my enemies, even though this person's not my enemy, but forgive those who offend me. And I thought, oh God, this is hard. I've got to forgive her. I've got to love her genuinely. And that kind of forgiveness is where you forgive the person and you don't have resentment and you're not wincing every time you hear their name or you see them face to face. So I had to get to that deeper level of love and forgiveness. And that's only given to me by Jesus' Spirit, his Holy Spirit in my heart. So I prayed, and by the time I had finished my prayer, I remembered in that prayer that I've done silly things before, even as a Christian, and God has forgiven me, so I have to extend that grace to her. And if I make a mistake or I do something to upset somebody, I would be looking to be forgiven as well. So I forgave her, I loved her. I even got to see her on the Sunday, and we were back to normal, back to being that loving relationship, and I just felt at peace. And even she asked me to help her with something, and I was willing to do it. The fact that she actually asked me because she felt comfortable with me again, and it was really nice to be resolved. The time in 2020 when I was upset, okay, this was at the pharmacy. So 2020, remember, was lockdown year. And I went to buy this mask. And when I went to the pharmacy, I bought the mask and took it home. And when I opened it, the mask was actually different to what was on the picture. So I went back to the pharmacy and I said, this is the one I wanted, but the one in the packet is different. Can I get my money back? And she said, no. And I thought, oh no, hang on a minute. That's not right. If you sell something to somebody that is not what they expect, legally, you've got to give them their money back. And so she was having none of it. So you know what I did? I went home and I phoned her headquarters and I complained. Then an hour later, I went back to the pharmacy and I said, are you going to give my money back? She said, yes, I'm going to give you your money back. And the funny thing about that is now we're really good friends. So there are some cases where, you can be angry and it's for the right reasons. So why did I tell you all of that? Well, When you're doing your Facebook Lives, there are opportunities for you to share your struggles, your successes, and your strengths and beliefs. Why we would do this is that when we share these things with people, we are bringing together an unseen psychological bond. So when people are talking about how you connect with people on your Facebook Lives or how you get know, like, and trust, it's those kind of lives that develop that know, like, and trust quickly with people. And that's what I teach my clients, how to use psychology, how to use their strengths, their beliefs, their struggles even, to make that connection with their viewers. And that way their viewers become paying clients a whole lot quicker than if you're trying to do it only through written posts. What I'm going to invite you to do is to book a complimentary 25-minute call with me. I'm going to show you at least one thing you can do in your lives today that will bring a deeper connection with your viewers and hopefully will bring them to become paying clients with you a whole lot quicker. I'm going to put the link in the description above and in the comments below. And sharing what I just did about anger, I want you to let me know what makes you get angry. I want you to have an awesome day until we meet again.